All right, welcome to Crypthority. We come your way today with another educative video. Today we're going to look at how would you actually know if a coin is going to pump. All right, so kindly note that I'm not a financial advisor. Regard every information here as education only. All right, so let's go to CoinMarketCap and let's look at something interesting. So here all right, so on the home page we're going to see that we're going to have the gainers and the losers. So you see that we have normally every day we see that different coins pump, and I think you may be wondering what exactly goes on, because if you're able to catch some of these pumps you can make some considerable amounts of money daily, right? So today we can see the OKX coin has done about 20%, Huobi token 9%, Hedera 7%, KuCoin token 7%, and it goes on and on. All right, so with this strategy, we are going to know when a particular coin is going to pump. We are going to be able to detect it so that we can rightly time the pump. All right, so we are going to use CoinMarketCap as our first tool that we're going to use for this whole thing, right? So here on CoinMarketCap, we are going to go to where the markets are, right? And here at the market side, we are going to use the exchanges. Okay, so we are going to look at the exchanges here, right? So we go to the exchanges, and here you see that the exchanges have been sorted out according to volume, and obviously Binance is the leading one. So you can actually use this strategy for any exchange you want, right? So if it's OKX, if it's Bybit, if it's Gate.io, whatever you want. But for illustrative purposes, we are going to use Binance for this illustration, okay? And obviously, it has more volume. So let's just settle with that for this video. So click on Binance. Here, of course, we're going to see the 24-hour volume, reported volume, and everything, right? So we are going to look at the market pairs, right? And before we go to the market pairs, you realize that here we are told that we have about 1,473 markets. So if we open the pairs and then we see the ranks and in their order, you will see that indeed these have great volume, because looking at the number of markets that we have. All right, so these are the market pairs, and now one thing I would like you to observe is that they have been sorted in order of volume, right? So the highest volume, then we go downwards that way. So what we are going to do here is that we are going to look for a coin that is not popular, an unpopular coin, and we do this because the popular coins usually are on the radar of many traders. So it's obvious their trading volume does not surprise us, because it's something that it's normal, right? So something like BTC, ETH, they are normal coins. So we're going to scroll through together and see. Let's look for an unpopular coin. And so BTC, ETH, of course, they are all popular. FTM, I think, is popular enough. ETH, BUSD, Solana is popular. Doge, ARPA, well, I think I've seen it a couple of times, but okay, let's mark this down. Let's see if you're going to find another one. So Dot, Atom, I think these are quite popular. Ripple, Ethereum, FTM again, GTC. Well, I don't know what GTC is, so I think GTC is a good pick, right? So for illustrative purposes, we are going to look at GTC. All right, so we go back to check out GTC. How has GTC done? All right, so GTC. Okay, so we go check out GTC, and we have seen that in the past 24 hours, it has already done 15%. Wow, it's quite high, but let's look at a few things. Though it has pumped decently, there might still be an opportunity to enter. And what is going to guide you is the next steps you are going to take. So when the next steps you're going to take do not really go with our plan, we look for another coin, right? So now the next steps is that we are going to look at the 24-hour period here, and we're going to look at the low and the high. It means that The lowest it has gone in the 24-hour period is 9, and then the highest is 11. So that's quite a huge movement, right? That's quite a huge movement, like about over $3, and that is quite decent. Now we come and look at the market cap, 155 million. Now this is quite low. Okay, normally when we look at coins with the mid and low market caps, they are more volatile. They can move, a lot more than coins with very high market caps, usually, right? So this is quite cool, meaning that even if you are to get into it, there's a possibility that this can pump more. Let's look at the supply. Total supply 100 million, circulating 40 million. I think it's also quite low. The supply is not too much, right? Supply is not too much. Now the all-time high is $18, and right now the price is hovering around $10. So we can see that it is quite, almost, let me say, it has about, let's say, 70% more to get to the all-time high once again, and that is quite that's quite reasonable. And yeah, so looking at these things, I'll still go in for a buy on this coin. Looking at the market cap, which is quite low, circulating supply also low, all-time high $18. We are hovering around $10 right now, so it's not a bad deal, right? It's not a bad deal. So with this, now there may be something that is causing this coin to rise. We may not know, right? So let's just do a little bit of research quickly on what exactly is causing this coin to rise. And the next two we are going to use. So the first two we use here was CoinMarketCap, which is a data aggregator, crypto data aggregator. You can actually use CoinGecko if you wish. Just go through the same process, right? So I'm using CoinMarketCap. So after we've gone to CoinMarketCap, we've gone to the markets exchange first. Check out, you select your exchange that you want to use, then you move on to check out the markets. Now after you check out the markets, select an unpopular coin. Selected that GTC. I have not heard that, so I don't know. So we come and analyze how much has it pumped so far. What is the price now? Now we look at it. It has pumped decently, so it may not really look attractive, but we are going to look at some other factors which we may consider and still go in, because we think that it has more room for growth. So we check the market cap, which is quite low, and that shows that this coin can move more because it shows some volatility signs. The circulating supply, total supply and circulating supply are also low, so that's giving us some sort of let me say push to still go on with this. Now the next thing we're going to do is that we want to see the social engagement, how people really talking about it on social media and all that, because that is another thing that kind of builds some kind of traction for the coins to make those big moves they make. So the tool we are going to use is called Lunar Crash, right? So let's go to Lunar Crash. So we are just going to here. So lunarcrash.com, very simple. You just type that in and you're going to have that. So we are saying social listening for crypto, right? So here you're going to see how social media are impacting the market. So let me refresh it, and here we're going to see the most talked about coins on social media. And it's so important because as people keep talking about it, people get interested and go and buy. So let's look at it. All right, so these are the coins which are being talked about. The highest with the galaxy score here is Kawakami Inu, right? So, right, yeah, of course, basically, memes are always, you know, featuring here and there. So when you go down, you see that, yeah, there are some coins which are being talked about. Ecomi or Omi, Moon River, Manchester City fan token. I don't know, maybe if there's a match upcoming. Chainlink, Terra. So yeah, so it's arranged in order. Okay, so these are the coins which are being talked about. But GTC, which was Gitcoin, let me check it, see if there's anything about it. Gitcoin, because obviously I didn't find it in the first 50 coins. So Gitcoin, well, right, it doesn't look like there's any information coming up. The only thing that's coming up is Gitcoin is hiring, meaning that it was posted on social media. So actually, Lunar Cash hasn't captured Gitcoin, no social interaction. So, but this is quite a good tool to use. So anytime you want to see which coin is being talked about more and more, you can come to Lunar Crash and you're going to get the coins. And then, when you open any coin, let's open any coin randomly. Let me open Moon River, right? So when you open the coin, you get to see its price. You can see that because it's being talked about, it has done some 9%. Get to see its price, and then the analytics, the social, volume analytics. When you come here, you see its Galaxy score of 100, its alt rank, and then the influencers who are talking about it, and the exchanges that you can find it on, right? So that's basically Lunar Crash. So since we didn't see anything about Gitcoin and Lunar Crash, I want us to see if there has been any recent news about it. Okay, so all these things you have to do them quickly so that you don't miss out on the opportunity. But it's quite important because when you're putting your money somewhere, you should be at least sure of what you're doing, right? So the next thing is that we just look for any news website. I have selected Cointelegraph. I'm going to type Gitcoin here quickly to see if there has been any recent news about it. So we want to really understand what's going on with the pump, right? So these pumps are usually due to certain reasons, right? So we want to see if you can quickly find out something that's causing it, and it's worth going into because it has already moved a little bit, right? So, all right, so Vitalik mentioned Gitcoin, that's 12. Okay, that's a few days ago. Let me check it out. So what exactly did he say about Gitcoin? Let me see if I can quickly find Gitcoin somewhere in here. Okay, so I can see Gitcoin here. So Buterin outlined the Gitcoin DAO and optimism retroactive public goods experiments as examples of projects evolving the landscape. So this is kind of some positive vibes. All right, so basically there hasn't been anything. It was just Vitalik talking about using Gitcoin as an example in an interview. So that is quite great. Another thing is that we are going to check if there's any event on Gitcoin. So to help us do that, we'll just go to CoinMarketCal. So take note of the tools we are using. Use a data aggregator tool. We moved on to go use Lunar Crash to see the social interaction. We just checked out news websites. Any news website, you can just check it out. I chose Cointelegraph. We're using CoinMarketCal to see this is an event tracker. It's tracking all the events that are coming up, right? So I'm going to just select the coin. I'm just going to just type Gitcoin GTC. Accept. So let me see if anything is going to pop up. So search. No events. All right, so there's basically no events upcoming or anything like that. Okay, so that's okay. So quickly, the final step, we don't just go and buy. We will have to go check out the charts. So we are going to do some little technical analysis to ascertain where exactly to enter. So to do that, we just go to our trading view. All right, trading view. Right, so when you come here, you search for the coin, Gitcoin, and then you select it. Use a search tool and you select it quickly. So I have already done that search. Okay, so let me just take this indicator off. All right, so this is it. So we can see that it has pumped. It pumped and then retraced, pumped again. So we can see higher highs, higher lows, right? So it means that we are in an uptrend. Possibly this could go further, right? So let me just apply. We're going to use Fibonacci, right? We're going to just use Fibonacci to aid us in doing this. Already we could see that it took a pump and it's kind of retracing. So we want to really gauge it. Now to make things simple, I'm just going to use the Fibonacci retracement tool, right? So the Fibonacci retracement tool. So I just pick up my tool here. Let me just use this swing low to swing high. Let me just use this swing low to swing high. So yeah, to this high. All right, so we can see that the market hasn't yet gotten to the 0.5, right? So, well, I am expecting it to test this level, or possibly the 0.618, you know, before entering. All right, so you don't just jump into the market because of course we have seen that this GTC has pumped decently already, so you use the Fibonacci levels to help you better time your entries, and you could use limit orders to do that. So looking at this, I am expecting it to drop a little bit more before I enter, so that you don't buy too much at the top, right? So it's really, really important. Let's look at the 1 hour chart. Yeah, so yeah, the 1 hour chart shows us this. Yeah, so I'm expecting it to drop a little bit further. So the 0.5 level will be a good entry. That will be around $10.63, or we can move down a little bit to $10.3. But as we know, the all-time high is around 18, which is quite an enormous height, so we could see it go a little bit more, but we can see that GTC is in an uptrend. So yeah, this is how you do this basically, right? So these are the tools that you use basically. But let's go check out if GTC's movement is a little bit relevant, or has been really solid. So let's go to Binance and then check out, because this is the exchange that we are looking at, right? So GTC is here. So on Binance here, usually you see the hot, you see the gainers, losers, right? So, well, let me check the gainers. You can see CKB has done 26%. All right, GTC is here, right? GTC, this is GTC BNB, 18.26%, right? But we were looking at just GTC USDT, right? So you can also check out use the same analysis for the GTC BNB, and you can see that the pump is already taking place, right? It's started, but there may be more room, because looking at the highest gainer for the 24-hour period, we are seeing around 31%, and this around 18. So who knows, it could pump higher and higher, right? So this is the strategy to knowing when a coin will pump. This is not foolproof, but this is surely going to guide you in order to be able to rightly time a pump before it takes place. I do hope you found this video useful. Kindly subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and then like this video and share it, so that we could all learn about these strategies that can make us some money on a daily. Right, thank you for watching this, and then peace out.